Alright guys, this will be the tutorial and review video for the Impossible Sandwich card trick. Not Impress the Ladies, that was last year. So first I'm going to show it to you and then show you how it's done. Alright, so for this trick I need the two red queens, well, two red queens and two black queens, or just all the queens I guess. So there are the two red queens. We'll just set those over here, and the two black queens we'll just take out and we will set them over on this side right there, and then the spectator can shuffle up the deck as much as they like, but since you guys aren't here with me right now, I'll just shuffle it up and they can just select any card. Let's just say they choose this card right here. Alright, make sure you got it memorized, okay? Let's set it down right there. And just make sure you get one last look at it. Okay, there we go. And we're going to take the two red queens, set them on top of the deck, and you see you have the two red queens right there. Right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich your card in between the two red queens. Alright, so it's going in just like that. So you can see that. And we'll just square up the deck and just set those three cards right over there. Alright, and then we'll bury them in the middle of this pack. Right there is good right there. Now we'll take the two black queens, and they were going to help me out now. We're just going to set them on top of this, on this pack, and then we'll just flip them over just like that. And with a snap of the fingers, they have caught one card. Your card, the Eight of Hearts. You can see that. Just like that. Place them back on top of the deck. And just flip them back over. The two black queens had your card, but with a snap of the fingers, now they don't have your card. Your card has disappeared. Well, where is your card, you might wonder? Well, with one more snap, your card returns to where it always was. Right in the middle, sandwiched right between the two red queens, your card, the Eight of Hearts. So this trick is completely impromptu, and it's a great trick. So let's show you how to do it and do the review. So for this trick, you just need the two red queens and the two black queens. Alright, and then the spectator can shuffle up the deck as much as they want. It really does not matter at all. And let's just say they feel like that's good. Then they can pick any card they want. Let's just say they choose this card, the Ace of Diamonds in this case. So then what you do is once you let them show it to everybody, the card can be signed. You can put like a sticker on it so they know that's their card, or do anything. So they choose this card, the Ace of Diamonds, and then the next thing that you do is you say, make sure you have it in your mind, and while they're looking at it, what you're doing is with the deck, you're pushing a card off the top of the deck, and you're getting a little break, a pinky break. So you're just pushing the card off, and then making a break right there. So you can see that right there. You got the break. So that's what it looks like. So when they're not looking, you're just like, okay, make sure you got your card memorized, and then over here, while it's happening, you just, okay, get your card memorized, and then you're just pushing off, getting that break without them looking. And then what you do is you take the two red queens, and you say, okay, we're going to take the two red queens, and we'll just set them on top of the deck, and then you just set them on top, and then basically you say, okay, we'll take the two red queens, and you set them on top, and then you steal away the random card. Not the card from last time. Okay, so you steal away the random card, and you say, okay, we got the two red queens. What you're doing is you're actually just putting that behind the other random card, and they don't know that. So you got the random card being sandwiched by the two red queens, but they don't know that because you're holding it tight like this. And then you say, okay, we're going to take your card, the Ace of Diamonds, and set it in between the two red queens, and then sandwich between the two red queens, And then what you do is you set them on, do that, you just push them in. So if it starts out like this, and you have that break, you push it in, push the cards in, and it looks like you're just putting the cards on top, and then you steal away just those two cards, just the random card, and the Queen of Hearts, or the other red, or whatever queen you have on there. And you say, okay, we'll just set those three cards to the side, and it looks like three cards, kind of like the queen might be hiding underneath this card, but it's really not, so you're just setting that down. And then you say, we'll bury it in this pack. So then what you do there is you cut the cards in half, and you say, okay, we'll bury your card in this pile, or in this pack, either way is fine. And you just take those cards, you don't want to let them know that that's not their card and that there are only two cards there. So you just say, okay, we'll just take those cards and we'll bury them. And then what you're doing is you just peel that card up right here, this card. You peel it up, just like that. And then you say, okay, then we're going to bury it in the middle of the pack and just cut the cards just like this. And then what you're doing is a double undercut. So let me show you what that is. So you have the cards on top of the deck. Their card with the Queen of Hearts or Queen of Diamonds, and then you get a thumb break like this, and you take portions of the cards off the bottom, and then move them to the top, and then you transfer their card into this top pile. So, and then you say, okay, and then you give it one more cut, and you take all the cards below the break, and then you move them to the top like this. So that should make it so the queen is right here. And I think it's buried there. So those three cards are buried in the middle, but you actually have a queen, the queen and their card, Ace of Diamonds, over here in this pile. Next, what you do is you say, okay, now we can just set that pile aside for now. And you say, all right, now the two black queens are going to help me out. And then you say, all right, so we're just going to set them on top of the deck, flip them over, and then you're actually flipping over 4 cards. So you can either already, when you set that over, then you can already have a break under the top 2 cards, under the queen and their card. Excuse me. You can already have a break there, and then just put them on top, and then say flip over those 2 queens, and then it's actually 4 cards. Or what I do is I just set them on top, and then I just kind of find it by using my thumb, and I'll give you a performer's view kind of what that looks like. So you can either have it this way, and then just have that queen right there. The queen's already there. And then get a break underneath those cards, and then just say, okay, we're going to take the 2 black queens, and then set them on top, and then you just flip over all 4 of those cards, and then say, with a snap, those 2 black queens have your card. Or you can do it this way. You can take the 2 black queens and then set them on top of the deck, and then just kind of riffle down. You can just try to find find about where it is. Oh, I got it like perfect that time. That's because I'm used to it. Or you can just be like, okay, there it is, and then just go, all right, flip over those 2 black queens, and then you just flip it over like all those 4 cards, and you say with a snap, they've caught your card. All right, and now let's go back to normal view. Okay, and then so then once you've done that, you've set the 2 black queens on top of this pile. Then you flip those cards over, and you say with the snap of the fingers, there's your card. It's appeared right between the 2 black queens. And then this part's tricky. You gotta pick it up like this, and then see that it's right between the 2 black queens, but it's actually not, because this is actually a red queen. But you gotta hold it at an angle so they can't see that it's a red queen. So you gotta say, okay, your card has just appeared between the 2 black queens, and most likely they will not notice that this is actually a red queen, or the Queen of Diamonds in this case. So you say, all right, so then we'll just flip those cards over, and you flip over those 3 cards, next what you do is you flip over those 4 cards again, those with the 2 black queens, and you say, okay, we'll just flip over those cards, and you say the 2 black queens had your card, but now with the snap of the fingers, now they don't. Your card has disappeared, although their card's actually right there. And you say, well, you might wonder, where is your card? Well, and then you take this pack right here and you move it on top of this pack. And you say, well, we can with a little snap of the fingers, your card returns to where it always was, and you spread out the cards, and then revealing to the audience, you say your card returns to where it always was, and you reveal to the audience that it's between the 2 red queens right in the middle of the deck. And you say it returns to the place where it always was, right between the 2 red queens, your card, the Ace of Diamonds. You can show that to them. You can show them that the rest of the deck, none of the deck, there's no other, like, Ace of Diamonds in the deck. They could sign the card, and you can do it anywhere, and there's, like, no setup, so you can show them that there's no other Ace of Diamonds in the whole deck. And they will most likely, hopefully, be amazed. Unless they're not very amazed by anything. Alright. So, that's the trick, the Impossible Sandwich. Be sure to practice this trick a lot before the magic show. And I'll see you guys next time. So make sure that you practice for the magic show. And you'll be given prizes. So, if you like that trick a lot, then just practice it. You can do it in the show. This one will take a lot of practice, so make sure that you do practice, alright? So I'll see you guys next time.